Hi there, I'm Daz, and in this video I'm going to try my best to create a quick and efficient walkthrough video for the Dwarven ruin Fahlbtharz, which is on Solstheim. Let's head in there now. So this area contains a kind of unmarked quest really. As you are randomly exploring this place, you'll stumble across a couple of corpses, and if you read their notebooks, you'll discover that they are here treasure hunting in search of the Visage of Mzund, an enchanted dwarven helm. And there are a few puzzles to solve in this place, and it can get a little bit messy if you make a mistake here and there. So I'm not going to be doing a deep dive and pointing out all of the treasure chests or anything like that. I'm just going to go straight through the puzzles, straight to the important locations. So we have our first puzzle here. Basically all of these buttons will trigger traps or open gates that we don't really need. The one we are after is the second from the right on the bottom row, which opens this gate here. It's quite dark and dreary in here, I'm afraid. I'm going to ignore this door, which leads us to the forge, which was added for the anniversary edition, so I'm not interested in that for this walkthrough. That's part of a different quest altogether. So we need to hit this resonator. I'm going in the wrong direction. That's not a good start. Damn. And there is another resonator tucked away, not too far away from here, and it is actually quite easy to miss if you're not paying attention. There we are, especially if you're having your ankles bitten by spiders. That's what I was after. Elemental bolt, which opens this gate. I'll go to the map actually, so you can see where we are at this point. I'll try to remember to return to the map at regular intervals. Sometimes I get a little bit carried away and forget to do so. Right. Okie doke. So if we do have an accident, we need to come back up these stairs here to reach this area. But what we need to do is jump down onto these cogs, and we are headed towards the corridor area. And I managed that safely enough. So this is what things are looking like on the map. Just a small straightforward area to get through here. Yeah, I should mention as well, I have the light foot perk, so I'm probably racing over these floor traps a little bit too quickly. Players without that perk will need to be a little bit more careful. Now we are back out into the Gears cavern. And it's important at this point to activate this valve, which I will just point out. That has just lowered this ramp, so if there are any mistakes made, you do not have to go right back to the beginning now. You can swim around and climb up these stairs, and you only have to go back to this point. That is a recurring theme as we release these valves and levers as we are going around. Right. Facing the wrong direction then. So, that is the corridor area we've just left, and you should be facing in a kind of northwesterly, what am I saying, northeasterly direction at this point. So we are looking across these three large cogs, and I'm going to drop down. I'm just going to ignore, I won't ignore that one though, that was just too tempting. And we are now just about, well, it's not showing up yet, but we are coming to the Boilery area, and this is one of the corpses I mentioned. I'll take the journal, we don't really need it, but I will take it. And before we enter the Boilery, it is important to activate this valve to lower these ramps, just in case we have an accident. We don't have to go through the areas, we don't have to travel through unnecessary areas. We have another puzzle here, and this one can be quite dangerous. If you make a mistake, there are various blade traps, and there are several waves of enemies if you make a miscalculation. All in here as a journal, which offers something of a clue as to the solution for this puzzle. I'll take that. But I can give you the answer now. We need to hit the first resonator, then the second. Any ranged attack will do. All in as a bow for anyone who does not have a ranged weapon or a ranged magic attack. So first, second, and the fifth. Which should give us the exact number of lights that we need to open the door. Before we leave this area, make sure to hit this resonator to open this little gate. Then if you do have an accident, in a couple of moments you've created a new shortcut back up to this doorway. So now we simply hit this lever we are again jumping onto spinning cogs. We've got a nasty around here that we need to deal with. And we need to hit this resonator now, and we need to be very careful here, because as soon as that is hit, these platforms are going to spin round, and we do not want to be caught on the wrong platform. So make sure you are here. Right, if something does go wrong and you get caught at the wrong side, do not be tempted to reload an autosave from when you left the Boilery area. I tried that and it reconfigured all of the platforms, and I wound up having to balance on the edge of some of these cogs, attempting to shoot that resonator over there again. So if you have made a mistake and you are trapped over on that side, drop down into the water, swim back to the Boilery area, come back through there, and all of these platforms should now be lined up, so you can just walk across from the Boilery area in that direction. And we now head into the Great Hall. Yeah, these doors don't show up until we actually make the transition into the next area for some reason. Okay, so we have a mechanism up top, which I can tell you requires 2 more Centurion Dynamo cores to power up. We have 2 Centurions here, and it is actually better to deal with them before they activate and take their cores. So we can open that barred gate. I think there is another enemy lurking up here somewhere. I hate these things. I really don't enjoy the stagger effect. So this is the mechanism that I mentioned a moment ago. Insert 1, 2 dynamo cores, which opens the gate and lets us access the loot, which is all rather nice. But this is, well, actually this Kagramez resonance gem is also important. A rare quest item, and the Visage of Mzund. I'll don that now, just to show you what it does. Right, it counts as a power, but it is repeatable. It just eats the stamina bar. So you'll see that it's taken about 25% of my stamina. I think it causes 15 steam damage per second. So thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope this has been useful, and bye bye.